Hello, everyone. I had a couple of requests to make a podcast on how to make a podcast. So that is what I'm going to have a go at today. My starting point is always using Office 360 and using a PowerPoint. So obviously the first stage is you need to make your PowerPoint. So I've made a PowerPoint just here. So I made a very short PowerPoint just explaining why biology is the most important subject in the curriculum at Haileybury. And obviously the answer is, it's very relevant at the moment with the coronavirus pandemic, is that we're looking for answers from biologists, not from any other area of science or any other area of study, but biology. So, biologists provide solutions, increasing food security, ensuring water is safe to drink, treatments and cures for disease, maintaining a beautiful planet. So, what's the first thing you have to do? So, you've made your presentation. How do you actually then record it? Well, if you go to the top of PowerPoint, you go to Slideshow, and in Slideshow, there will be a drop-down list. And the drop-down list looks like this. You've got a choice. You can do it slide by slide, or you can just do it from the beginning. And you can do it as a total run from beginning to end of the slideshow. But the good news is you can go back to an individual slide and you can just delete the video and the sound for that. And then just redo that section. So if you flush your words to one bit, just as I almost did then you haven't got to do the whole thing again. You can just edit that one section for that one slide. And that's very, very well worth knowing. Down on the right, I think we've got a microphone icon, so you can put your microphone on and off if you want to start using sign language instead, or you can move the video if either you don't want the students to see you, or maybe it's just in the way of something on your PowerPoint, so you can move it while you read some text there, or whatever. Again, worth knowing. That's one of the little things I've learned as I have gone along. So I would normally go for I'd be on the first slide anyway, so if I'm on the first slide anyway, it makes absolutely no difference, to be honest. I click on record from current slide or record from the beginning. But generally, maybe press record from the beginning. So then we end up with something that looks like this. As you can see, what I did, I went through the process, I did screen captures, which is why I've got my image there, as well as my image here as well. You've got me twice. So over on the top left, you've got record. If you press record, you do get a bit of time. There's a countdown of 3, 2, 1, and you're able to proceed. When you said as much as you want to say about a particular slide, what you can then do is click this bit just here. Perhaps I should choose a different color. Will that show up a little bit better? Not much. White? Not well, maybe. Anyway, if you click on that bit over on the right, then obviously it will go transition onto the next slide. We have other options. We can press stop at any point, and when you've stopped, and only after you've stopped, can you then press replay just to review the bit that you have done. See if you want to have another go at it, see if you can do it better. Usually, I obviously will have time constraints. I usually accept the imperfections, just like if we're in the classroom, there's going to be imperfections. So I mentioned the replay just there. You can always replay what you reviewed. Then, if there is a bit you want to remove, you want to do again, if you click on the cross up here, You can go for clear recording from the current slide, or you can clear recording on all slides. The latter option is a bit drastic because basically you're starting all over again. So usually you would probably just decide you didn't like that bit. You would probably just clear the recording for that slide and have another go at it, if you can do a little bit better. When you reach the end of your slideshow, it will appear like this. If you click on your slideshow, or if you click on the arrow on the right, doesn't matter which, it will just go back to when you have a normal view on a slideshow. The only difference is you will probably have a little image over on the right, okay, over here. So what do you do next? Well, what you need to do next, if you want to export it, well, first you might want to review it. So you can actually view the entire slideshow if you're happy with it. On one occasion, I went straight into exporting it, realized there was a bit I didn't like about it. There was a bit that I hadn't erased, and then I had to do that slide again and then re-export it. And exporting does take some time. I'll say more about that in a little while. But if you go to File, which is almost off the edge of the screen, it's here, and you click that, you go to this. And also the bit you want to do is export, because you want to export it as a video. Maybe blue shows up better. Yeah, you want to go for that option just there. And if you click on export, you see this. Now, we don't want to create a PDF, presumably. What we're all about today is creating a video. So you would choose that option just there. So on to the next bit, we then have a number of different options. You can change the quality of your video. Obviously, the higher quality, then the fast internet connection needed to stream it. But usually, I would probably go for a high quality video, bearing in mind that I'm uploading it to YouTube. So I probably go for full HD. This I've never touched, never really played around with it, left it as it is. This bit also, and those bits, I've just left them as they are in the default. What you then need to do, of course, is click on Create Video. Obviously, you'll come up with a location on your hard drive. You might save the left to your desktop. I should redo that bit. You might want to save it to your desktop. You might want to save it to any other location. But I would advise you to remember where you have saved it to, so you're not then looking for it. But at least make a good mental note of where you have saved it. If you do forget, you can actually just repeat this process, and the default box will be where you saved the last document anyway. So you will then see your file, your video file, in the correct place just there. You can change format. You've got the MPEG-4 video, which I think is Apple. But you can also go to Windows Media Video. I tend to go for the Windows Media Video. I think it tends to create a slightly larger file size, but I like to keep everything in Windows for compatibility issues. But I don't think that I've tried both actually, but this is what I tend to go for. And then, of course, you have to click Save. Does it happen in an instant? I'm afraid not. I'm afraid it's a bit like baking a cake. So, yeah, you're going to have to wait a little while. So you'll also notice it uses up quite a lot of the processor speed just here. That's something to bear in mind. It's probably a good idea to go away and do something else and come back in 20 or 30 minutes. How long obviously depends on how long your slideshow is, how long it will take. But it's certainly going to take a little while. I hope this has all been helpful. It's been fun doing these things. I hope this podcast is helpful to you. I'm sure I've missed something. If there's anything you need to ask, send me a WhatsApp message, or alternatively email me, however you want, and I'll do my best to help you. So, be creative, have fun, stay healthy. Look forward to seeing you in school. Bye.